Thank you very much, Jules. Nothing wrong with a solo knee slide on a night like tonight. Will Osula with an absolute wonder goal tonight to win this game 2-1 against Manchester United. The 10 men of Newcastle with a deserved victory, ending that run of 3 straight defeats at home. Yeah, what a night it was for the Geordies here, Shay, and that noise at the end. They've been waiting a long time for that, because 3 games without a win here is a long time for these fans. It's been such a fortress.
Yeah, don't we? In the last 3 home games have been disappointing. So it was huge to get that win. Actually, the end of the first half today was hectic, and the end of the second half was hectic. It was, if you look at in the cold light of day, I'm sure when Eddie looks back at it, Newcastle deserved the victory 100%. Even with 10 men, they looked a better team, and I'm sure Eddie's extremely proud for his performance.
And we can ask him himself. Here is Eddie Howe. Congratulations, Eddie. Good to see you. Shay was just saying about how much you deserved that victory tonight. How much did you need that? How much did St James's Park need that?
Yeah, I think we all needed it. I think Shay knows better than anybody the healthy pressures that you face here. Our recent form in the Premier League's not been what we want it to be, so we knew the importance of today's game, and even more so probably with the sending off. It turned into a really famous victory for us, I thought. What
can you say about that goal from Will Osula, and what did you say to him when he came on?
I said to him, well, I gave him his tactical instruction, but it's funny, I was just saying to Will afterwards that Will worked on this with me and the coaches. I'm not taking any credit for it. Will deserves all the credit.
Take it, Eddie, take it.
No, because everybody had gone in, and he went, I want 10 more balls. And it's an actually mirror image of the goal that he scored. And I think I'm a great believer in the coaching process, but you need the players that want to improve. And Will's got a real great thirst for his own individual development. And that when you see someone put the work in and then deliver what he's delivered there in a key moment, I'm full of praise for him.
Because he's missed quite a bit of football with injury this season from November to January. Did that kind of feel like a bit of a coming of age moment for him in a Newcastle shirt?
Yeah, because I think he sort of made that step before, and then he got injured just at the time when we felt he was going to really push on. He's got all the attributes. He's big, 6'3", he's good in the air, he's strong, quick, and he can finish. So hopefully that's a second coming for him, and he doesn't get any more injuries and can stay fit, because he's got all the potential to be anything he wants.
I was just going to say, well, before the break I said about when Ramsdale made that unbelievable save, that was a point I thought guaranteed. I didn't expect Will to go up the other end and score the winner, but again, it was a big call before the game. We didn't speak to you about it. I suppose I'm not saying it's justified, because I know Nick Pope's a great goalkeeper as well, but it's a big moment like that save, especially that one to the top corner, was world class from Ramsdale. Yeah,
I thought he did really well today. I mean, the saves speaks for themselves, but I thought he gave us good control with his feet as well.
Yeah.
But he's an experienced goalkeeper, England international. This won't faze him. This is an opportunity for him. And you're looking for people, whatever position they play, to grab the opportunity. And we probably haven't done that well enough in recent weeks, but he can hold his head up today and know that he's put in a great performance.
Yeah. He said he was ready. He found out this morning that he was starting. When did you make the decision?
Probably this morning, really. I mean, I think you always have an inkling maybe for what you're going to do in the next game, but I like to sort of check myself and make sure I'm doing the right thing for the team. I thought, yeah, it's an unbelievable save. Looks better there than it did live. But I felt it was right. He deserves his opportunity. I think he's been training really well. I always look at training as a great gauge for how I think they're going to play when players get the opportunity in the team, and I'm delighted for him personally as well.
What was the second half game plan with 10 men? Because I guess the biggest compliment you can have is that it was hard to know who had 10 men in the second half.
Off the ball was to be compact, give them the wide areas, a lot of sliding and shuffling across, making sure we had good distances between our 3 units, and to try and be a counter threat and still a threat in behind. I still think even though you have 10, you've got to try and give the opposition a problem. I felt we did that. The players delivered it really well, slowed the game down to a degree. We didn't want it sort of end to end. We wanted to play with real structure and just try and wait for a moment. We're really relying on set plays or counter attacks, and thankfully we got one we will at the end.
There was a lot of anger from the crowd in here at half-time. What was your view on the sending off, with Ramsey being sent off for simulation?
Yeah, I thought it was really harsh. I think you've got to be really clear that the intent is to dive to win a penalty, and I think he's fallen over rather than tried to dive and con the referee. I think he's just lost his footing. The first one there, that's probably a yellow card. But I don't think, knowing JJ as I do, I don't think he's that kind of lad. And I think he's actually sort of lost his footing more afterwards, maybe anticipating contact.
Yeah, I think, to be fair to myself, Shay, Ali, everybody thought it was probably harsh. I think maybe because he goes down after taking a couple of steps, maybe they think he's died when he probably really hasn't. Like you said, he probably anticipated the contact, didn't he? But you must have been so proud of the players. I thought from the off, you just had more energy. You got after United, pressed them. And really, you were probably quite unlucky even the first half. Even actually second half, you probably even better with 10 men, which was quite remarkable at this level.
Yeah, I thought we did really well in the first half. I thought we were quite fluid with the ball. We were back to combining and playing as a team, playing in partnerships. So I was really pleased, apart from the last bit. I felt we deserved the goal lead at half-time, and we sort of had that, and then they scored from a free kick, which I personally didn't think was a free kick either. So it was one of those days where very easy for the players at half-time maybe to feel sorry for themselves, especially after the recent run we've been on. But I think it was real collective mental strength to regroup and produce a second half that we did.
And what can this result, this performance give you going into such a tough run of games?
Yeah, I think we needed it. We spoke before the Everton game that we wanted to go into the period of games that we had coming up in really good form, and I think we'd won 4 out of 5. There was a good feel, and then that game comes and we leave with the opposite feeling. So it's really important we grab some momentum back, and we want to enjoy the games that we've got coming up. We want to perform and we want to try and win them. You're only going to do that if you're playing well. So today's a big step to helping us do that.
Eddie, thanks for coming out to join us. Well done.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers. Enjoy that one tonight.
All the best. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, hugely significant, Shay. What do you think it can give them heading into that Manchester City game in the FA Cup at the weekend?
The key, as we spoke with Thierry beforehand, he was very calm about the dip in form here at home in the Premier League. He just beat Man United, with the last kick of the game with 10 men for a large part of for all the second half, and he's still very calm. So I think he'll prepare for Man City at the weekend in a calm sort of manner as well, as best he can. Depends who's fit, who's injured, and all that kind of stuff. But I just think he always seems to get the message right.
Michael, your first defeat as Manchester United boss against Newcastle's 10 men. Did you expect more from your side tonight?
Yeah, we're not happy with the way we played the game tonight. I think it was the way the game panned out. I think we had in our hands largely, but credit to Newcastle. I thought the way they approached the game, I thought we knew it was going to be a tough game here, but we navigated the game to be in a position where we felt we should kick on, and we didn't really. So yeah, bitterly disappointed.
Why can it be so tricky facing a side with 10 men?
I don't think it was the 10 men. I just don't think we just didn't play good enough tonight. So we can't make any excuses for that. I think we all take responsibility for that, and we know.
You've shown so much character in a lot of your games so far. Why was that lacking?
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was just the quality and the performance. It wasn't character or wanting to win or anything like that. It's easy to throw that just because you don't win a game of football.
What was it about the performance that was lacking tonight then? What were you missing?
It was just general things. The quality, we weren't there, and credit to Newcastle. They deserve to win tonight, so it hurts me to say that, but that's how it was, and we need to get back to working and be better for the next game.
Does it feel like a one-off game that you've had this really off day?
We've lost one game, all right, so we haven't played well enough, but in the grand scheme of things, we're in a decent position, so tonight hurts because we don't like losing games, but we'll be better for the next one.
How do you ensure this then doesn't disrupt all of that good momentum that you've built up?
So you've got to get back at it and work hard and do the things that we did to win the games we've won, and we can do that. We're a good team. We've got good players. Tonight wasn't for us.
Big game next at Old Trafford, and it's up against Aston Villa. You've got a 10-day break until that game. How do you plan to use that time with the team? Yeah,
just like any other week. We win a game, we lose a game. It doesn't change the feelings. Of course it does, and then we got to learn from it, and we got to get better from it. But it's listen, we've had a lot of praise lately, and the boys deserved it. And tonight we're disappointed, but it doesn't change how we approach the next game. We've got everything to play for, and we'll have a good week. We'll work hard, we'll learn, and we look forward to the next game.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, Michael.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Michael Carrick not making any excuses tonight. He said Manchester.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're breaking down a truly historic Premier League clash where Newcastle United stunned Manchester United at Old Trafford, ending Michael Carrick's unbeaten run as Red Devils head coach with a 2-1 victory, and at the heart of it all was Osula, the history maker. If you missed the match or want to relive the drama, you're in the right place, because this game had everything: intensity, controversy, and a new hero for the Magpies. From the very first whistle, Newcastle showed they meant business, pressing high and matching United's energy. Whether it was 11 vs 11 or after Jacob Ramsey's controversial sending off, which many, including the Newcastle boss, felt was extremely harsh. The atmosphere was electric, and the stakes were high, but Newcastle's manager, speaking to BBC's Match of the Day, summed it up perfectly. It was an amazing night. It was a great performance all the way through. 11 vs 11 or 11 vs 10, I thought we deserved to win. He explained how the main emotion at half-time was figuring out how to regroup for the second half, especially after the red card, and he stood by his belief that Ramsey wasn't looking for a penalty. But the real story of the night was Will Osula, who stepped up when it mattered most and etched his name into Newcastle history. The manager shared a fantastic behind-the-scenes moment, revealing that Osula had stayed after training to take extra shots, showing the kind of hunger and dedication that every coach dreams of. That extra work paid off in spectacular fashion, as Osula delivered the match-winning goal that not only secured the 3 points but also marked a turning point in his young career. The boss called it an amazing moment for the supporters here. It's a great moment for him and he deserves it. Hopefully it's a turning point for him. Osula's goal didn't just win the match, it made him a history maker, the player who ended Carrick's unbeaten run and gave Newcastle a statement victory at Old Trafford. For Newcastle, this was more than just 3 points. It was proof that they can compete with any team in the league, even under adversity. On the other side, Michael Carrick faced the cameras with honesty and humility, speaking to TNT Sports after the match. He admitted, "We are not happy the way we played. We had it in our hands largely, but credit to Newcastle and the way they approached it. We knew it would be tough. We navigated the game to a position where we could kick on but didn't. Bitterly disappointed, really." Carrick went on to say, "Newcastle deserved to win tonight. It hurts me to say that, but that is how it is. We need to get back to work and be better for the next game." He reminded fans that while this loss stings, it doesn't define United's season, and that the team has been in good form recently, earning plenty of praise. "We've lost one game, we haven't played well enough, but in the grand scheme of things we are in a decent position. Tonight hurts, but we will be better for the next one. We had a lot of praise lately and the boys deserve it. This doesn't change how we approach the next game. We've got everything to play for." This match was a rollercoaster of emotions, with both teams showing moments of quality, grit, and determination. Newcastle's ability to regroup after the red card and push for the win speaks volumes about their character and ambition under their current manager. For Manchester United, it's a reminder that the Premier League is unforgiving and that every game requires maximum focus and effort. The reactions from both managers highlight the fine margins in top-level football. One moment of brilliance or one controversial decision can change the course of a match and, potentially, a season. As fans, these are the nights we live for: the drama, the passion, the unexpected heroes, and the raw emotion from players and coaches alike. So, what does this result mean for the rest of the season? For Newcastle, it's a statement win that could spark a run of form and boost their confidence as they chase European qualification. For Manchester United, it's a setback, but also a valuable lesson and a chance to regroup and come back stronger. Now, I want to hear from you. What did you make of Osula's performance and his history-making goal? Was Ramsey's red card justified, or did Newcastle get a raw deal from the officials? And how do you think Carrick and his team will respond in their next match? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your reactions and predictions. If you enjoyed this in-depth recap and want more Premier League analysis, match reactions, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more football stories, highlights, and all the latest from the world's greatest league.